Good day, you manky bastards. Welcome to Totally Accurate Kitchen Simulator. You know, dishes in the sink and other shit that's been going on this morning. Yeah, that's my goal today is to give you something to stuff in your eye holes while I'm making something to stuff in my mouth hole. And you know, anytime we're cooking with a cast iron, you always got to start with fat. Well, besides my beloved pork fat, I got the other day a massive sirloin primal with a beautiful fat cap, and I'm going to be making use of just a little bit of that fat cap to provide us the fat for what we're about to do. And I'd like to do it all before the GoPro strap to my forehead decides to fuck off on me, and because I can't edit things together. This was 40 grams dry of hash brown potatoes. Now they're more than 40 grams hydrated, which is nice. There's about 150 gram of meat. We'll see where this goes. But yeah, by the way, why am I using the metric system? Well, because one, you know, two reasons rather. One, we've got maybe somebody other than Americans that are watching this. So, as I welcome our metric brethren. Two, if you are an American, I'm fairly certain that you're halfway well educated and hopefully articulate and not of the ignorant cousin fucking variety of Americans that don't like the metric system because, what do you mean, the inch ain't good enough for you? And yes, I actually have had an old graybeard say that to me. Long story short, the steak that's being provided was from last night's first sirloin test steak, where I learned that this does not get, well, this on this stove does not get hot enough to brown a steak in the way that I want it to. So it officially became sandwich steak, because as a steak on its own, that was kind of bullshit. I'll give this some salt. And I'll open this a little. Fresh ground black pepper. You know, once you go to the fresh stuff, you're not going back. Now that we got some of this happening, that is going to become a cracklins, and it's also going to be a very tasty fat to provide for the thing. You know, how long will this take? Fuck if I know. I don't do this all the time. I just, you know. Oh, remember, as per usual with the color scheme here, brown is good, black is bad. Brown means, you know, developing all those complex compounds that I don't know how to fucking pronounce. And black just basically translates, I'm fairly certain in Latin, to con carbone, which means burnt. Yeah, that's going to be tasty. And I will make a point. I think that this looks like it's about ready. I'm going to throw these in here too. What, you never had crackling before? Fuck yeah. Okay, we got this coming to a decent smoke, which means I should turn that thing on so I don't smoke up the whole fucking house. By the way, in my mind, I don't know if this is official, but in my mind, a hash is a leftovers dish. Well, I had a steak that just so happened to become immediately leftovers. So this is what will become of it. And now we wait. That thing's cranked about as high as she'll go. Oh yes. A trick that I discovered the other day with regular hash browns. And we'll get to see this in just a wee titty short bit. Well, you know what? I'll use all four. I was going to crust it on both sides, but fuck it. Also, in the meantime, because I gotta kill a little bit of time, this has nothing to do with this dish, but it will have something to do with a later dish. About that much rosemary. Wow, that smells overwhelming. And about that much thyme. And about this much olive oil. In keeping with our metrique theme on the day. About a handle's worth. Fuck! No, not a handle, a fifth. Yes, there we go. If you don't know what a fifth is in milliliters, you might be a bit young to be watching this. I'm just going to let that do its thing. And you're doing your thing. By the way, if you see crusting or bubbling or cheese melting or other shit along the side, don't worry about that. That's going to be fine. Come on. Nah. So why am I mixing this shit together? Because, well, when I learned to make bread, my favorite outcome from that was being able to do focaccia bread. I know, it sounds dirty, right? But there's no focaccia bread without good olive oil. But I have found that if I infuse ahead of time the olive oil with rosemary and thyme, we get a better final result. And I don't want to just shake that up well, yes, that's powered by batteries. Don't judge me. Okay. Oh fuck, I might actually have to wash that for a change. Yeah. Anyway, back to the main event here. Now I see some crusting around the sides. I do want to let this, like, I got two aims right here because this is a hash. One, I want the bottom to crust up nicely. I want it to get nice and dark golden brown. And I want the middle of it to steam up cool, right? Because if we steam it up just like that, If we steam up the middle, now it cooks the potatoes proper. Fuck. This is smaller than the one I tried yesterday with the regular hash browns with no meat. I gotta really rethink and plan this shit out. Yeah, I know. Exciting, right? Also, this, you see this corner right there? You know what that's called? Foreshadowing. You notice it's not sticking. This is good. What, it's not a non-stick pan? How is it not sticking? You know, I could play the when I was your age game. But, yeah. Seasoned cast iron is what we had before non-stick. You know what? I think I'm just gonna do this in two halves. Make it easier to flip. Yeah! That's what I'm looking for. That kind of browning right there. What? I just flipped it over onto the cheese. Remember the foreshadowing. And keep these separada. Ish. Sort of. And wait for that to crisp. In the meantime. Again. Don't judge me. I mean, fuck, what are you doing waiting to find out if you're furloughed? It's kind of a problem we're all having right now. Ugh. Fuck. Yeah. I'll let this bit drip out. And start cleaning up, maybe. Also, do your future self a favor and clean up as you go. Don't be like me. Oh, put shit back where it belongs. Yeah, I know, it looks bad. It looks awful. Just wait. Just wait. Oh, that's right, I gotta have a place to land the fucking thing. What do you mean? I actually gotta wash a dish. Alright. Also, if you're wondering about the timing on this, I don't take the time very often. There's little things here that tell me that it might be ready. But yes, where we have the fat on one side from the beef, we got the fat on the other side from the cheese. This is a big ass greasy mess. This is like your quintessential, you know, heavy, rich winter day breakfast. Except we're having this at near 3 o'clock in the afternoon, because I've kind of been on my duff half the day. I mean, I've been totally busy working in the kitchen. Fuck. And now, notice how easily, and yes, this is easily, I'm not having to fight it, how easily this decides to come along with me. Careful, it's hot. But the cheese is now crusted itself. These crispy bits are doing their thing, and they're gonna come along for the ride whether they like it or not. Oh, I don't forget to turn off the stove. That's what the little spoonery resty thing is for. Oh. Almost empty. Well, it's empty. Anyway, this is my breakfast. I don't have a name for it. But it's gonna be good. At least in theory. So, yeah. Have a nice day, and I hate you all.